Hello, everyone, and peace of Christ, all of you. Please invite your friends and share the link with everyone you know. Today, before we start, we would like to remember those who died in 9/11. 9/11, it was a day where a bunch of evil terrorists attacked in USA. But we need to remember that 9/11 is one day of many, millions of days where Islam did attack and many innocent being killed. And actually, every day there is 9/11 in Africa, but nobody remember them because they are poor and they are African. People only remember those who they are great countries. But if you are from a poor country, who remember you? You can go right now and search for slaughtering Christians in Burkina Faso or in the Ivory Coast or in the central of Africa or in Nigeria. Slaughtering Christians and non-Muslims never stop. But we remember always only big countries, or let us say important citizens, sadly, where all human beings should be remembered, for all blood is equal. Before we start, I would like to remind everybody that we are not here to attack Muslims or to speak against Muslims. I would like people to speak nicely and gently and to discuss with Muslims in a peaceful way. Anyone who will make a hateful comment, we are going to block you. Here we expose the teaching of a cult, not people. People are people, they are misleaded, as I believe. They need our help, not our anger. I saw an article, and this article saying it's written by a Muslim, 6 Quran quotes that teach love, tolerance, and the freedom of religion. And this is in a website called Good News, written by a Muslim man. At the end of the article you will see his name. Islam, according to the Quran, teach love and compassion to every human being, no matter their religion. Now I'm going to open my Skype and I challenge any Muslim to show me where this is coming from, where Islam teach to love all mankind no matter what their religion. If there is any Muslim in the chat would like to give us a call. So either this is a lie or this is something can be proven. If we go down in the article, actually the person here is quoting a guy, his name is Adnan Oktar. But Adnan Oktar right now he is in jail for terrorism activities and human trafficking. If we search his name right now in Google, Adnan Oktar, Turkish TV preacher, arrested on a fraud, blah blah blah, human trafficking, children, sexual trafficking, blah 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 blah, more than a 100 count of crimes, including terrorism. This is the one who you bring me to read him or to read his Islam. That is the one you want us to believe you. He is the one will teach us what Islam is about. All right. So very bad choice. However, we give the opportunity to Muslims. Forget about this guy. Well, maybe this guy is a fraud, but doesn't mean that the religion is a fraud. You have this is a different issue. Islam, the word Islam diverged from the word meaning peace in Arabic. That's a big fat lie. Islam is the opposite of peace. Islam is when you go and you see somebody and you want to kill him, so you say to him surrender or you die. That's what Islam is. The word peace in Arabic is salam. Islam is the opposite. This is why if we go in the hadith we will find Muhammad saying aslim taslam. Aslim taslam. What does that mean? Being convert to Islam, you don't die. So how Islam mean peace? How does that mean peace? Aslam taslam. Do you see it? I call you to Islam. If you become a Muslim, you are safe. Do you see it, guys? You are safe. So what will happen if you don't convert? He will die. This is what Islam means. So those articles are meant to speak to the fool, and many of us is fool when it's come to Arabic and the religion of Islam. I mean, ignorance is something normal in this world. You know, me myself, I can be ignorant about many things. So being ignorant is normal, especially these days. Everything is a fast food. A school don't teach you really real history. They teach you their own history. School, they teach you that the crusade were bad people, when the crusade is the one who saved you and saved the world. If not the crusade, all the worlds today, they will be under ISIS. That is the truth. The crusade, they were fighting back, they were not fighting first, which means the crusade, they were defending, not attacking. But if you go to school, they will say to you, the crusade, do you know what the crusade did? What they did? They fought the invasion. This is what the crusade did. For 600 years before Christ and after Christ, there's no crusade. Did you ask yourself why? Why the Christian did not make a crusade? Because they did not invade anyone and nobody invaded them. They are fighting back. And who is the one doing the aggression? Muhammad. So all this propaganda is just to fool you, and you as a person who go to all kinds of schools, and all schools today are secular, teaching you false information. You know, I learned through my life that in the Middle East they teach us false history, in the West they teach false history. Everybody teaching false. Everybody is teaching lies. Even your science today is based on stupidity. As an example, they say to you the Big Bang as if it's a fact, when the Big Bang is a theory. Okay, why you are teaching me about the Big Bang? Somebody, he have a thought about how the world is created, and he come with this theory, and then you teach it to me as if it's a fact, but it's not. But that's it. They are controlling the system. The whole world became secular, and nobody want to use his brain, and everybody is copy paste. You go anyone, if you don't believe the Big Bang now, they will laugh at you. But what Big Bang? So history is written by those who they are victorious, and the history of Islam written by Muslims, not by the one who lost. As an example, the Muslim, when they speak about the enemy of Muhammad, they make them the most disgusting evil people. But in the Arab before Islam, they used to be more 1 million better than the time of Islam. Actually, even Muslim, they say before Islam there was a 360 idol around the Kaaba. What does that mean? That means there's a 360 religion in one tiny square, and nobody killing anyone. That is before Islam. You believe it? What happened after Islam? All those 360 are slaughtered. Where are they, the 360 religion? Islam is tolerance. Okay, I want to believe you. Where is the Christians and the Jews in Saudi Arabia? Where is the Sabian? Where is the atheist? Where is the gays? Where is the lesbian? Where is the believers? Where is the non-believers? Where is the Hindus? Where is the Buddhas? Zero. You see how much tolerance they have? So they, you know, name for me one country I can't change my religion in it. It's Islamic country. Name for me one country by law you as a Muslim can change your religion. Islam is a religion of tolerance, all right? The Quran teach tolerance. I want to see that. Isn't it Muhammad who said the one who changed his religion, kill him? What they are talking about? Are we lying or they are lying? Because one of us is lying. One of us is lying. We cannot be both of us truthful. How many church there is in Saudi Arabia? The Muslim, they say to us that the first wife of Muhammad was a Christian. Okay, where is the Christian in Saudi Arabia? Muhammad was a very tolerant person. Actually, Muhammad, he said, let us show you what Muhammad said to show you the tolerance. The Christian and the Jewish genocide. Is that Muhammad talking or me? I heard the Messenger of Allah saying, I will be certainly expel the Jews and the Christians from the Arabian Peninsula, as to leave only Muslims in it. Do you see how much tolerance we have? Look like Muslims, they have, or those who write articles, they have different version of Islam we never heard of. Or maybe they replaced their prophet Muhammad with Mahatma Gandhi or Jennifer Lopez. Who is your prophet these days? We do not know. Why they are not being honest? So who is the one who says I've been ordered to kill all mankind unless they convert to Islam? Is that Mahatma Gandhi? Is that a Buddha? Is that Jesus the Christ? It's who? What those people are talking about? And this is what Muhammad he practiced. He sent a message, he sent a letter to the ruler of Jerusalem, says convert or die. And if you don't want to die, you have to pay me. And this is exactly what happened in chapter 9 verse 29 in the Quran. Actually, the Quran make it clear that Muslims cannot be good and peaceful with non-Muslims. You see, the Muslims, they say to you, they quote for you verses which is have nothing to do with what we are talking about. As an example, they say to you, Quran says there is no enforcement in religion, but Muhammad was talking about what? Talking about your children. You cannot force them not to convert to Islam, but if you leave Islam, we will kill you. Which means you cannot force your children not to accept Islam. It's one-way freedom. But not a Muslim, he can't change his religion. Yeah, one of his name is Ad-Dahuk al-Qattal, which means he laugh when he's slaughtering people. That's a good post. Ad-Dahuk al-Qattal. He laugh while he is slaughtering people. Aisha reported that Muhammad he slaughtered and butchered and enjoyed 900 Jews in one morning. So those articles, which is not, by the way, this website is not a Muslim website, but this is, you know, those websites who post anything supposedly teach terrorists. It's called Good News. No one should be forced to believe in Islam. Are you kidding me? Chapter 2 verse number 256. But this is not, as I said, this is the opposite. This is not saying you cannot force somebody to convert to Islam. This is a verse saying you cannot force someone not to convert to Islam. Because as you see, Muhammad says, kill the one who changed his religion. Whoever changed his religion, kill him. Is that a weak hadith? No, Sahih, which means authentic, very authentic, which means it's equal to the Quran. And the Quran says, fight those who don't believe in Allah. Chapter 9, verse 29. And the Quran even says, don't be good for those who don't believe in Allah. You can be good only to deceive them, which means, okay, try to be good with them so maybe they would accept Islam. But Muhammad later, he don't want that because he do not need it. And look what he said. Chapter 58, verse number 22. You will not find between the Muslims anyone will be friendly and nice to those who they are against Allah and his prophet. Is that a weak Quran? You will not find any people who believe in Allah and the last day making a friendship with those who oppose Allah and his messenger. Do you see it? Which means the one who make a friendship with those who oppose Allah, which means they don't believe in Islam, are not Muslims. Do we have any Muslim would like to make any comment? So what this article is about? This article is about, let us speak to those fool Western, full Asian, full Indian, full Arab, full whatever, those who don't have any knowledge of this cult, and we make an article and we quote from here and there, and the quotation have nothing to do with the topic. The verse he's quoting for us is the opposite. It's about you cannot force someone not to convert to Islam, not about you cannot force someone to, you should not convert somebody by force. Muhammad, he made it clear, I've been ordered to kill. You see here the word fight by what? Fight by the toothbrush. The Muslim, they say, beat your wife with toothbrush. The hypocrisy and the lies. Fight to kill them. I've been ordered to go in war, slaughter by the sword, commanded, and I will fight them until they testify that there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. And they have to establish the prayer, and they have to pay me money, and then and only then I will not kill them. And the story in the front of you, this is not my words. We have a Muslim here. Let me show you his comment. This is a great example of Muslim deception. This person, he says, Jesus says, slay them in front of me. You are a liar and stupid. Sorry to say, because this is a verse about the judgment day, that Jesus never slaughtered anyone and Jesus never killed anyone. Read the verse before it and the verse after it. People will laugh at you. You are a liar like the same as your prophet. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. And by the way, this verse alone is a proving that Jesus is God, because the Muslim, they say to us, where Jesus says I'm God, this is in the judgment day. Jesus will order the angels, and they say to you, where Jesus said I'm God. That verse alone proving that Jesus is God. He is ordering the angels, not us. Bring them. That is the judgment day, my friend. In the judgment day, people, they will go to hell, and your prophet will be the first one to be shipped for his crimes, sexual crimes, rape, theft, killing, lying, deceiving, you name it. We can count maybe millions of crimes in the name of Muhammad. This is Muhammad and this is Islam. So what those articles about is nothing but to fabrication, so they can fool you. Now, who is a Muslim is willing to call me live on air and get me busted? Anyone? Who is a Muslim is willing to call me live on air and get me busted? I like to get busted. It's my hobby. I go to sleep, I dream about it. Like when one day is going, when this dream will come to be true. So who is a Muslim here would like to help us? Anyone? Don't you want to show that the Christian Prince is not sharing the truth? Here we give you, a great opportunity to show people that this is not what the truth is really happening. This guy is not telling you really what's happening. What do you say? Anyone? We have a Muslim here, I don't know. I think we will have a tornado soon, so I hope we will not lose electricity. I see the wind is getting crazy. Someone is asking, he says, okay, we have a Muslim calling, hold on. Hello?
Hey CP.
Yes, my
my question is not exactly about the topic, but it was
Muslim,
more
right?
about Christianity.
You are a Muslim,
Shortly
right?
question. Yeah, I've been calling you before. If you remember, I had questions about this prophecy in Quran, if you remember it.
All right.
The 7th prophecy of
You're
Quran.
still a Muslim now? Until now?
Now, actually.
No, you left
The
Islam.
3
Why you
months
left
ago.
Islam? Don't you want
Yeah,
to get
3 months ago I left the
You don't want to
Islam.
get the versions?
Excuse me?
You don't want to you don't like to get the versions?
No.
No, I mean it's big and beautiful. They will be white, transparent. You can see the marrow of their bones. Don't you like that? You don't like bones?
Yeah, but you know, I'm 21 years old and I've been reading the Quran like in Arabic language, and I never read the translation of it. And 3 months ago I started reading the translation, so logically I stopped to believe that. But my question was, it's shortly about Christianity, because yesterday I've been watching your stream, and yeah, I saw that you are good in Christianity too. So maybe you might have a good answer.
Go ahead.
When the Jesus come after that, he showed that he's the Son of God, right? And after that, he showed how to get in paradise. But those people who were before Jesus come, what's happened with them? Like when they die, did they go to paradise?
The one, let us say somebody, he lived in the jungle in Brazil. He never heard about anything, you know, like he never heard about Musas or anything, you know. God will judge him by what he know. That's simple, as simple as that. God will judge you by your ability. Let us say there's somebody now, he is born, but he have a health issue or mental issue. God will not judge him the same. He judge me and judge you. That's not fair. So everyone will be judged by his knowledge, and by his knowledge what he knew and what he did, which means God, when he created us in the time of Adam, Adam is the first man, so even Adam, he knew, he been taught about what is right and what's wrong. You see, the story of the apple is about God. He taught Adam, he told him what's wrong and what is right to do. So within us, we are born. You see, you as a human now, if you slaughter somebody, you know it's ugly, you feel it, right? You do not need to. So those things, you know it's bad. When you rape a woman, I mean, you know that you are doing something wrong. So God, he occupied us already with some knowledge of what is right, what's wrong. So if you ignore that knowledge and you do what is wrong, then you will be judged by what you know. So if you are a person who live in a tribe and your tribe never heard of Jesus, so what? Still you will be judged by what you know, and what you know is doing right or wrong based on your knowledge.
So it simply was like judging by what they have done in their life.
Yes, by what they done in their life and their knowledge. Remember, their knowledge, which mean what they have, what God he gave them. You see, like God, he will not tell you, okay, I'm going. Like there is a story in the Quran. You speak Arabic, as you said, where Allah supposedly he made the fish disappear in Saturday. Right? That is stupid. Our God will not do that, because you make them hungry, and then you made the fish come only in Saturday, and then you say to them, don't fish in Saturday. Who is the stupid here? You know what I mean? So God don't do that. God don't play games. You know, God, he says to you what is right, what's wrong, and then he judge you by what you know. In Islam, it's mad, it's crazy. This guy, his name is Allah, supposedly playing games. He told them don't do fishing in Saturday, but he made the fish only appear in Saturday. Now who is the bad person? Allah, obviously. He's the bad guy. He's playing now. The people are obeying him. They don't want to do fishing in Saturday, but he hide the fish and he made the fish swim in the top of the water and do belly dancing, as the verse say in front of us. So we don't believe in such a madness in Christianity.
Yeah. And the one more question about I know that like Christianity says like God in 3 ways: Holy Spirit and Jesus and like Father or God. Like
not 3 ways, you know, 3 person. You see,
3 persons.
You speak Arabic, right?
No, I don't.
No, okay. So
I am from Uzbekistan.
All right. So you know, when say you know, is God Almighty or he is not Almighty?
He is.
Okay. So when we say God is Almighty, then why Muslims they are limiting what God can be? I mean, who is the one who decide what God can be? It's like saying, you know, saying to the like saying to you, oh, your name is Wahid, you cannot have 2 eyes, you should have 3 eyes. But I have 2 eyes, this is how I am. So the Muslims playing the game of playing, like they play dumb, like, okay, I'm not going, okay, no way, he cannot be, okay, God is one, but God, he taught us how he is. And actually, if you go and read in the Quran, you will see this, the author of the Quran is an ignorant. He claimed that this God is one, but then he says in different verses that if Allah, he want to take a partner, he will take it from the one within us, you know. Okay, who is us? If we ask the Muslims, Allah will take partners from us. Who is us?
Yeah.
They don't answer. Then we go to the interpretation, we will find that Allah speaking about the virgins, who they are us. That's mean Allah is a human too, and mostly he's just like everybody, is a male and he have a private part. Otherwise, how he was going to take a partner from us? Who is us? We are talking about taking a partner. You see, the Muslim, they say when Allah says we, he talk about himself in a majestic way, which I find it funny, because if Allah make himself majestic by saying we, I mean, okay, I will say we too.
This chapter called, or
this is chapter 21, verse number 17. Had we intended to take a pastime, i.e. wife, or a son, partner, we could surely have taken it from us. Okay, how Allah will take a wife from us? If there is any Muslim in the chat, he can help us. Allah will take a partner. You see, they say royal us, but this is Allah talking about taking a partner. Unless you are saying that Allah, he will marry himself. Allah is a transgender. He have a double. He's like Shaitan. According to Muslim Shaitan, Allah created for him a private part in the right thigh in of his leg, and the private part for women in the left one. And he shake this and he enter this into that, and then he lay eggs. This is what the Muslims believe.
Is there in Quran written this?
Huh?
Or is it hadith?
No, this is in the interpretation, because the Quran, this is in the interpretation, because the Quran says that Shaitan have children.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, look what Muhammad Qasim. Look what Muhammad Qasim said. He said this is about a high hypothetical impossibility question, but this is stupid to say. You just said if he will take. It doesn't matter if it's high, but no, it doesn't matter where it says it's impossible. I mean, where do you get the word impossible? He says if we want to take, we will take from this, but we are not going to do that. But he just confirmed that us is a human, is a bunch of women who they are living with him in his house. So how God can be partner with a human in bed? You see, even when we talk about sexuality, you cannot have dog and a horse. You can have horse and a donkey from the same family, but you cannot have a dog and a horse. So Allah is going to have partner. She is a woman. He have to be a human. Then he cannot be a horse. Even though there's a story says that Allah himself, he created himself from the sweat of a horse, which is very crazy. What else, Wahid? So Wahid, you left Islam because of what you are watching my videos, or this is different?
It was like right timing to start to watch your videos. I actually started to read Quran in my language and in Russian language, and yeah, simply I couldn't believe, so I read that in 4 languages, and yeah, it simply shocked me, those verses. I read it only until 8th chapter, and there I found like many things, but all my family are Muslims, and I come from a Muslim country, and we're like actually strong Muslims, we can say, because the thing is, mostly Muslims, they read the Quran and they simply either they don't understand or they don't read everything, but we read and we understand and we believe that is the true. We think that is the true, that is the way to get in paradise. So even those in ISIS, you can maybe, I don't know if you know or not, but most of them are Uzbek, their nationality. So I never knew there is another like true except Allah and except book, the holy book, this Quran. So I was always thinking this is the truth. So I was just simply reading in Arabic, like Russian letters, but Arabic words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
like I learned at Fatiha and yes, and this other surah without knowing the translation. So
yeah, you just recite it, but you memorize, but you don't understand what you are reading. I understand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how I was doing. And about 3 months ago, now I'm reading with the new eyes, and it's simply shocking me over. So I'm getting like more and more shocked.
Well, I'm happy for you, my friend, that you decide to leave Islam. And if you like me to help you with your family, let them call me. I will be happy to talk to them.
That's why I wanted to ask you if I can make some like private calls some other time, or how could I?
If you have
if
your
there is
family
any
want to talk to
ability.
me, yeah, no problem.
My mom, you know, she prays 5 times per day, and
I will be happy to talk to her. But do she speak English?
No, she don't, I guess.
Yeah, that will make it hard for me to help her.
Yeah, I can make it like maybe I can ask you first questions, or maybe talk to her first, get her answers, and then ask you. You know what I mean? So I won't waste your time either.
No problem. I will be happy to help, my friend, anytime.
But so in case I can write up you here in Skype. So.
Yeah, if I am online, I will answer you. No problem. Because I don't use Skype really usually. Like I open it when I am online. But you can leave me questions or anything. I will be happy, and I can make a video even about it.
Yeah, thank you so much, CP.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. God bless you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Do we have any Muslim would like to call us? Any Muslim? Nobody? Where is the great where is the Ustad of Indonesia and the Ustad of brother and sister? I'm going to teach you today a scientific miracle in the Quran. Something nobody ever did for 1400 years. Where are they? Where are they? Those all who recite the Quran asking for donation. This is the best they can do. I'm here. Where is this guy? He have an Arabic name, Qalb Bari, innocent heart. Why you don't call me? Islam is a religion of confusion. A book is full of shish kebab, hummus. Actually, I wish it's shish kebab hummus. Those are delicious. Spoiled food, rotten food. And here we go, the proof in front of you. Who is the Muslim can call me right now and give me any reasons to believe in this religion? Just anything. Is it the violence? Is it the hate? But it is. I blocked you. Yeah, give me your name in Skype. I will call you. Give me your ID in Skype. I will call you. Let us see. You are saying I blocked you. No, we want only Muslims to call us, please. No Christians. Any Muslim? First of all, you see, just to show you, he says he called us Nasara. Let me ask you a question. That's mean you are not talking to us. You are talking to somebody who does not exist, proving Muhammad to be a false person. Who is Nasara? This is a name nobody ever heard of. Nasara. And how you call us Nasara, which means we are the helpers of Jesus if we are not following Jesus? Again, this is a stupid name given to us. Either we don't deserve it, and that will make Allah and Muhammad is stupid, or we deserve it, that will make Muhammad and Allah stupid. Choose one. Which one? Anyway, I mean, how I can blame you? You are a person who believe that the sperm is coming from the backbone of the man and from the ribs of the woman. Obviously, you have a great understanding of Allah, and Allah have a great understanding of you. Both of you, you understand each other very well. Now, this God is amazing. He knew things nobody knows. He was able to find out where the sperm of your father was coming from. It's from the backbone. Look like the word testicles for Allah does not exist. He never heard of it. Maybe it's the decoration there. It's like a two lamps. Huh? This is the God you are trying to invite me to believe in? This is God? I mean, your God must be full of knowledge. Who can resist such a... This is a clear proof that Allah is God. Until now, science they did not discover this. Only Allah discovered it. And this is proven, brother, to be scientifically accurate. Any Muslim? Stop blocking and answer. Why church reject legal? What? Where is what? Where? Illegal gospel? Legal and illegal gospel? What does that mean? Why church reject legal and illegal? I mean, is that English or this is Spanish? Stupidity. Ask yourself the same question. Why your God Allah approved the gospel? You rejected Muslims. Allah in the Quran says He approved what is with them. So who is the stupid here? Allah approved the legal gospel. Muslims don't approve it. Is that your Quran? This is not the Quran. This is Yellow Pages book. Huh? Does it say here confirming what is with them? So your God confirm what is with us. Do you confirm it too, or you don't agree with Allah? You don't, because you don't care for Allah. Allah is a joke for you. Allah is just a, you remember Him only when you recite Al-Fatiha, but the Quran you ignore it. Hypocrite people. How Allah He confirm what is with us? What is with them? That is about what is with them at the time of Muhammad. Confirming what is with them is. The Bible says the earth is a flat. Show me the verse so we can laugh. That's absolutely false. The Bible says the four corners of the earth. This is a figure of speech and used until now. George Bush, he used it. Hosni Mubarak, he used it. All your Muslims, you use it until now. This is about direction. This is not about the earth is a flat. Actually, the Bible is the only book spoke about the earth as a globe hang on nothing. And this is before a human being figure out the shape of the earth. Right? How long took the scientists to find out? How many thousand years? If you go right now to Isaiah chapter 40 verse number 22, read it and think about it. Do we have any serious Muslim? The miracle of the Quran mentioned the name. Okay, hold on, let me see this gentleman here. His name is Hamad. Hold on. All right. The miracle of the Quran, Isa as mentioned 25 times. Adam was mentioned 25 times. It shows how they are similar. Okay, let us see and love together. I will type the word Isa. And this is the result. 16. I will type the word Adam. 20. Do you want me to change the website? I will change the website. Give me a second. I did many videos about those fraud. All those things are fraud. The fraud of Islam. All right. This is another website because it have more tools for research. Here we go. All those numbers which Muslims they speak of are a fraud. I will type the word Adam again, and I will make it all the words as you see. Oh, we are typing in English, sorry. We go to Adam. Adam here appear 30 times. You said it 25, right? Okay. I will make it exact phrase 20 times, which means that one was accurate. I will make Isa now. Exact phrase 16 times. It's a fraud, my friend. You have nothing but a fraud. All those numbers about the Quran are a fraud, and we got it busted all over. It is wrong. What do you mean it's wrong? What do you mean? I'm not sure. What do you mean? And secondly, you say to me Isa and Adam is the same. That is stupid because they are not the same. This is a verse in the Quran. Allah he says that Isa and Adam are the same, but he did not say that because their numbers are equal as you are claiming. Look what Allah said, just to show you the ignorance of the Muslims. They are desperate. Chapter 3 verse number 59. Allah he said they are the same because he said to them be, and they was. He did not say they are 25 here and 25 there, which is a false number. And this is a proving to me again that Allah is a false God. Anyone knows why, guys? Anyone knows that this is why this is stupid? This verse literally stupid. This verse alone is enough to prove Islam to be false. Who knows why? This verse is enough to prove Islam to be stupid. Anyone know? And it's not about dust. Neither Adam was created by B. Okay, here we go. Let us go and see in the Quran how Allah supposedly created Adam. This is stupid. The one who wrote this book is officially stupid. Let us see. This is how Allah created Adam. We created Adam from sounding clay. So he mixed dust with water, he made a clay. Okay, number two. Then he made him, he fashioned him as a man. This is number two. Number one, he made the clay, he mixed the dust with the water to make a clay. Number two, he fashioned him in the shape of a man. Number three, he blew into him. Where is the word be? And he was. Same as Jesus. Jesus, according to the Quran, Allah, he breathed into Mary private part. Stupidity. Where is he? And he was. So why he blew in her private part? Huh? Did he blew or he says be? Did he blew? And look at the first translation, guys. He blew into her sleeve, into her shirt and garment. It says farjaha, her private part. Have you ever heard of somebody making someone deliver a baby by blowing into her sleeves? And why the sleeves? I mean, sleeves is not just the clothes. Do he blew inside her or in the sleeve? What a comedy. They are trying to hide the truth. They say he blew into, it's in Arabic it says farajaha. She protected her vagina. You see here they say who guarded her farajaha, not a chastity. The same word. Liars. Any Muslim? All this cult is just a collection of stupid things. This is what Islam is about. Allah making verse to Muhammad. He says you can delay the women he want to sleep with, and you can take them right away if you wish. I mean, this is the word of God. Allah, he made Muhammad. He said to him, any woman she wanna take off her panty for you, she's welcome. Have you ever heard of a religion like this? One of the most common scam and fraud who claim to be prophets or religious leaders, they right away try to sleep with the women who believe in them. That is Muhammad. Welcome to Muhammad. Fantasy word. He made verses saying, Allah, he allowed me to sleep with all those women, including women she gave herself. And look, the Muslim translation, it says, any women, any believing women, she offer herself to the prophet. And then they put, if the prophet he wished to marry her. Where it says to marry her? It says he wished to do boom boom to her. Have you ever heard of a God saying to his prophet who have already many wives, any believing women, she wished to give herself to you, take me baby? This is God talking. God saying, God is talking. Admins, anyone use bad language, anyone use the F word, we will block you. So watch your language, otherwise we will block you. This is a warning. Arabian prophet, check the verse that says Adam mentioned 30 times. You will get busted. But you said to me 25 times. However, the numbers of Adam and Jesus did not match. Doesn't matter if it's 30 times or not. This is you're silly. You're just a kid. Did your dad go talk to me? Fadi Haroon, you have a question? Any Muslim? Anyone? This is God. You know, the second you hear that a prophet, he is asking his followers to sleep with him and give him money, it is the same moment you notice that this guy is just serving the devil. He is his own God. He is using you. He is fooling you. Any Muslim? Who is a Muslim? He is proud about Islam and he like to show us something, anything is it truly coming from God. Anyone? Bulos, I think you are him. Those kids, they are desperately trying to get attention and I don't give them attention. Anyone who claim to be heaven, you know, he can expose me. Well, he can call me if he is really a man. We are live on air. But this kid, which is you know, come here, says, did you hear about me? No, I did not hear about you. You are a kid. And if you are a man, call me. I am live on air and my Skype is open. Who is the Muslim he dare to call me? Why you don't call me, Hamad, and we will do it live? Why you don't call me so we can laugh together? Any Muslim? Who is a Muslim? I keep saying, who is the one who will prove Islam to us? Oh, look what Hamad saying. So Hamad is saying to you, I can find for you the name of Isa 25 times and the name of Adam 25 times, which is false. But he is ignoring that his God believe that the sperm of the man is coming from the backbone. And the women have a sperm coming from their ribs. He want to focus only in how many numbers, how many times the word Isa is written. That's the important one. What about you tell me about how God he think that the sperm of the man is coming from the backbone? By the way, I'm sitting at my sperm now because my backbone is where I sit. It is the last bone in my you know, I mean, this is stupid. Instead of focusing how many times 25 stupid things, which is absolutely false, tell me what kind of God does God he think? Since when the man have a sperm from his backbone? Is that a miracle? Science a change? What do you mean science change? So are you saying to me that in the time of Muhammad the sperm was coming from the backbone and now it's not? Huh? Does not change anything. What do you mean doesn't change anything? What kind of God? He did not know how the baby is created. This verse alone is enough to prove that your God is a fraud. He does not exist. And by the way, Arab men, their sperm is not coming from their backbone; it's coming from their nose. New discovery. Brother Ancestor, did the person name of the Christian Prince, and he would call me, and he's saying that it is stupid to say that the backbone is where the term coming from, and actually I can prove it for you. I trained Christian Prince to break his backbone and let us see if he can generate any present system in the future. What? I trained you, break your backbone and let it become the and the Muslim like, wow, brother, you just shut him up. You just said to him, we challenge you, break your backbone and let's see if you have any sperm in the future. Sperm coming from the backbone. Just you are just a kid. Let me. We don't want to waste our time with people who let us force him, this kid, to call us. If you are really brave, you call me. Who is the brave Muslim who would like to call me live and show me one proof that Islam is good? Anything good in this religion? Anything. I mean, it's a challenge. No, it says from the backbone. Read with me carefully. You are illiterate like you're a prophet. No, it says from the backbone. Read with me carefully, Abdul. Meaning the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women. So the word between is talking about two individuals. Stop being a fool. You see how we got you busted? Hey, Christian Prince, it says between. It says between the brother. It says between the man and the women. Between the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women. And here we go. This is your interpretation. Meaning the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women. Why you like to get busted? I mean, are you doing it on purpose? Are you sure you're a Muslim? It looked like you enjoy spanking. I don't know. Sound fishy for me. Any Abdul? And yeah, this is what they fool you to say. No, it says between. And you know what kind of God? Let us say, for the sake of argument, this is talking about the sperm of the man coming from between this and that. I mean, this is the most stupid between ever. Imagine you go to a doctor and he says to you, oh, your sperm is coming from your backbone all the way to your neck. What is left? I'm glad he did not say your finger. I mean, what is left if this is what is between? So you are saying to me, your smart God is telling us a secret that the sperm is coming from between the backbone and the ribs? And by the way, it says here as-sulb wat-tara'ib. At-tara'ib is the location of the necklace of the women, not only the chest. It is exactly the location of the necklace. Any Abdul? Actually, once I was debating a Muslim, he says to me, I challenge you to read the interpretation of Al-Razi. Al-Razi is a famous Muslim scientist and scholar for the Muslims, supposedly. I went to Al-Razi. Al-Razi says that the sperm of the man is coming from his brain, and the proof of that, the baby resembled the cells of the brain. That guy, he was taking too much hashish. Do we have any Muslim here? Anyone? Any Abdul? Who is Abdul following the religion of Abdulism would like to call us and show us something good about Islam? Anyone? Somebody saying, can you describe God? I mean, this is the most silly question ever. how you can describe God. You know, for us as a Christians, it's very easy to describe God, because the Lord himself, he described himself, but not as a look. Description of God is not about a look. Description of God is about his equality. For God, known by his equality. Even Jesus said to us about a human, he says, from their fruits you shall know them. So how Christians they will know their God? Is that by a look? We never know how Jesus looked like. We never saw the Father. And those who saw Jesus at his time, they did not even recognize him that he's God until they saw his fruits. So the look will not change anything, and we would not recognize our God by a look. So when you say, you know, describe for me the property of God, that's a very silly question. I think somebody trying to be silly. Show me where the Quran, the place where the Quran is being corrupted. Oh, the Quran, you cannot corrupt the Quran because it's a corrupt book. How you can corrupt the corrupt? I mean, what the point of saying the Quran is corrupted if it's corrupt from the original? Do you know what I mean? It's like making the fraud a fraud. It's a fraud. Even Muslim today, they don't have one single copy of the Quran. They don't. The Quran, they say to have today in front of us, it is recitation of a guy came 200 years after Muhammad. And this person, his name is Hafs, accused by Muslims, and they agree upon that he is a fraud. So how we can take his Quran? Hamad, I have no time for a dummy talk. Call me and I will promise you we will check. You see, Ibn Kathir, he checked already. I mean, who is the donkey here, Hamad? You choose one. Either Ibn Kathir is a donkey or you are. You see, Ibn Kathir already, he speak Arabic very well, and he's a Muslim scholar, brother. And he come with the conclusion that between mean the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women. So deal with Ibn Kathir, brother. Tell Ibn Kathir to check. Tell him, Ibn Kathir, check. Hamad, he knew more than you. Hamad, he knew more than Ibn Kathir. He knew more than Al-Jalalain. He knew more. All the scholars are dumb, stupid. He is the smart Muslim. He's the only one knows the Quran meaning. Do we have any Muslim here would like to say something useful? Ibn Kathir can make mistakes. What about you? Can you make mistakes? Okay, what is a scholar you agree with? Al-Jalalain? Which one? Huh? Al-Jalalain make mistakes too. What about Al-Qurtubi? He make mistakes too. What about At-Tabari? He make mistakes too. I mean, look like all of you Muslims make mistakes. Not even one of you is accurate in anything. The only common thing between Muslims these days, they make mistakes. What about Muhammad? This is a good answer. Here we go. Muhammad himself, he explained the verse. Thank you for reminding me. What about Muhammad? Maybe Muhammad he don't understand too. Okay. Let us see what Muhammad he said about this verse. Read, brother, read. Read, brother, read, brother, read. You're a prophet, he claimed, that the women, if she have orgasm first, the baby will come as a female, and if the baby have orgasm first, the baby will be a male. And this charge of the women is yellow and thin, and this charge of the man is white and thick. And this is what he's talking about, coming from between the backbone and the ribs. Maybe your prophet, he is an ignorant too, he do not know. Okay, Hamad, I think you are not even a Muslim. I think you are just here. We are done with you. Who cares if this is Quran or not? This is Quran. Muhammad words is the Quran. The Hadith and the Quran are equal. Hadith is the word of Muhammad. Quran is the word of Muhammad. You heard the Quran from Muhammad, you heard the Hadith from Muhammad. If you cannot trust the words of Muhammad in the Hadith, then how you trust Muhammad saying Quran? And both of them, they are called Hadith. Even the Quran says the best of the Hadith is the Quran. Do you see it? الله نزل أحسن الحديث كتابا متشابها مثاني تقشعر منه جلود etc. And here, by the way, this verse alone is a proof to us that this is a stupid Quran, because he is saying that when people they read it, their skin will be, I don't feel anything except laughing. Do you see what's happening to my skin? I shiver, brother, when I hear the Quran. Why Paul he quoted a pagan Greek song about Zeus? Don't care about Muhammad. Where Paul he quoted pagan song about Zeus? Can you show us, please, Mr. Zeus? That is a false argument. Because when I quote something about something doesn't mean I am pagan. Any Muslim? If I say right now to you a statement which said by someone before me, and the statement is good or bad, either I am teaching you bad or I'm teaching you good using that quotation. So your statement of a pagan is a stupid statement, because the whole purpose of any quotation or anything is about good or bad. Did Paul quote something to you, teach you something bad? No. Any Abdul? Who is a Muslim would like to call us? Anyone? Paul, he is speaking to the Greek, and he is quoting for them what they consider a wisdom. Who were the Nasara? Nasara are most likely it's a cult like Jehovah's Witnesses exist in the time of Muhammad, and it's coming from the word Nazaran, which mean the poor. They are the Christian, they call them with such a name because they have a poor of understanding the gospel and they are rejected. Anyone? Let me see in Skype if there is anyone. Anyone? I got nothing. Someone is asking why Allah created the human in Islam. Allah created the human in Islam according to the Quran for one reason only, to worship him. That is the only purpose. Chapter 51, verse number 56. And here, if you think about it, like this is like a guy, he is bored and he decide to create somebody so he can play with, and this body have to be humiliated every day. That is the purpose in Islam. This is why Muslims are slaves. For us, we are the children of God. So the concept of God, understanding position of God for us is different from the Muslims. Actually, Muhammad, he says, if you don't commit sin, Allah will kill you, will destroy you, and he will replace you with people who commit sin. And that here telling us that this God the Muslims they believe in is really sick. You see, in Christianity you will be destroyed for committing sin, not for not committing sin. In Islam, no, you need to commit sin, because if you don't commit sin, you don't ask God for forgiveness. If you don't ask God for forgiveness, God isn't happy. So sin is a requirement for the happiness of Allah. It's like the blood. Allah is like a mosquito. She suck your blood. You have to make a blood, and your blood have to be full of sin. And then you give your blood to Allah. You burn it. You give it to Him 5 times a day. And then He forgive you. If you don't commit sin, He is not happy. And the proof in front of you. Right? Am I wrong, Muslims? Tell me the logic of this. Anyone? I'm waiting. I mean, how ugly, how stupid this is statement more than this. Prove me wrong. This is stupid. This is ugly. This is disgusting. And this is even against all what we learned. God, He destroyed the people of Noah because they are committing sin. God, He destroyed the people of Lut for they are committing sin. Not the opposite. Here is the opposite. If you don't commit sin, God will destroy you. Anyone? How many times I said today, any Muslim wanna call me, And then after we finish and we go offline, they will say, I challenge the Christian Prince, you're a liar. Or you will say, a kid, he's making a video, Christian Prince is teaching you lie, brother. It's a long translation, fast translation. Why you don't call him? Why you don't call him and get him busted live on air? Who is Israel? Who, according to Christianity or according to Islam? According to Islam, nobody knows. There's nowhere in the Quran it says who is this guy Israel. And this is additional proof that the Quran author is stupid, because how you transformed the character of a person without telling us what happened. Right? In the Quran, there's no definition who's Israel. How this guy, how Jacob, or in Arabic we say Yaqub, how this guy he became Israel? No explanation. Nowhere in the Quran it says who is this guy. Suddenly it says Israel, children of Israel, Israel. Because the Quran is not a book. Come on, Muhammad. You guys, look what Muhammad said. Look what Muhammad said. Look at this funny excuse. Muhammad, aren't you the one who asked your sheikh, and you yourself call me, and you got busted many times? So look what happened, Muhammad. You just by saying this statement, it requires research to bust you. That's why I don't call you. That's mean until now you could not, after all the research, you could not bust me in anything. You are listening to me for how many months now? A year? How many times you call me? So you are saying in order to get you busted, the Christian Prince, we need to get somebody who knows what you are talking about. We are a bunch of ignorant here. Aren't you the one who get me your scholar, your sheikh, and he turned up to be fufu? You forgot the recording is there in the page. Yeah, what about you make a video research and now you do it? Get me your research right now. Because they are potatoes, they don't, they are lying. They are not doing research, they are lying. I show the proof, I show the reference, I show the Islamic interpretation. Do you remember your sheikh when I said to you that I said to him that Aisha, she said that the goat ate the chapter of breastfeeding? He said there's no such a chapter. I said, are you saying Aisha is a liar? He said, brother, I need to study more and I will come back to you. Oh, we are waiting. So what, he will make a video now? Bunch of kids. I am the only one who go live on air waiting for the one who wanna get me busted. Who is the Muslim sheikh? That was not your sheikh, so he was what, your driver? Aren't you the one who says to me, I'm going to the mosque, and then you agree with him to call us, and he introduced himself that he is the imam of the masjid? Where are they? Which one of you Muslims he have the courage to open his Skype so people they can call him live, ask questions, take a challenge? Give me Skype of Zakir Naik. I want to call him. He don't need to call me. We ask all those names who claim to be big deals, big shot. If they turn to be potatoes, they run away. I will call you. Don't call me. You are big. I'm no one. I'm homeless. Poor me. I will call you. You Muslims are too big. Your Highness. You cannot humble yourself to call me. No, I will call you, no problem. Still, you cannot debate me. That is the whole story. The only thing is convincing me that Allah is a true God, that he discovered that the man have a sperm coming from the backbone. And I was wondering why my backbone is hurting me. I thought it's the mattress. No, because I'm sleeping on my sperm. Man, women, be careful about the location of your necklace. This is where your sperm coming from. Since when women have a sperm? Earth is flat. Sperm coming from the backbone. Women have a sperm coming from the ribs. The sperm transformed, became a congealed dead blood. I mean that. Anyone? That is God. Yeah, fly. Don't forget the flying carpet. I love the flying carpet. Don't remind me of it, please. The flying carpet alone is something. And you see, if you read the Muslim interpretation in English, like after let us say after tax, after transforming, changing, you will see how many stupid things they take off from the verses. Brother, Allah, He promised me in heaven, I will be wearing a bracelet, and this bracelet, brother, from gold. What? I'm going to heaven to wear a bracelet from gold. Why? Am I female? Why a man would like to wear a bracelet from gold? And what is the joy in that? Why in the world a man, he will enjoy wearing a bracelet in his hand? And brother, you will wear a garment from silk, brother. Garment from silk. This is heaven. There's no jeans there. And it's going to be green. You will feel like you are in the surgery room in the hospital. You will wear a green garment. And this green garment is made from a brand, it's called Istabrak. Have you ever heard of a stupidity more than this? In the time of Muhammad, there was a product which is made in Iran by the Persian. It's called Istabrak, which is a green silk. Very famous. It's like saying Gucci. Allah promising us Gucci made by the Persian, made in Tehran. God promising me Gucci, Gucci. Obviously, this guy is trying to seduce them by product around them. And then, brother, you will be laying down, brother, and you have a cushion, and you will be sitting in a couches, brother. Like what couches? Yeah, because those are Arab Bedouin. They never saw a couch all their life. Couches is only for princes, and you know they are Bedouin. He's seducing them by saying to them, you will have a cushion, brother. You believe it? You will have a cushion, brother, real cushion. And look, he is describing to them what kind of a bed. God is talking to me, talking about my bed. Look like God is copying something from Amazon for sale. Yeah, and boys and virgins, women without panties. Oh boy. And each time you sleep with the women, she became a virgin again. Oh boy. Any Abdul? So what, we give up for today? All right, guys, tomorrow we are going to be in the other channel, which is called the Quality of Life. So if you like to join us tomorrow, I will post the link for you. And the topic of tomorrow is the purpose of life. What is our purpose in this life. In the other channel we speak about things different from here a little bit. You know, yesterday we mentioned about you know, a topic which is really too much in connection with the coming topic was going to be. So if you like to join us, that would be a good idea. Let us see. I will give you the link in case you like to join us tomorrow. How to find the purpose of life. Okay, let us see here. All right, this is the video here. Let us post for you the link. Give me a second. This is the channel, and this is the video, and this is the link. I will post it for you. We will be live in 27 hours. It's going to be 8 p.m. New York time tomorrow, which means 8 p.m. at night in my time. That will be in the morning in Indonesia. So if you like to be with us in that channel, how to find your purpose of life, we will talk a little bit deep in about this issue, which is involved many things, and I chose this picture for many reasons, and later I will talk about it. So please subscribe to that channel and turn on your notification, and be with us tomorrow if you like to discuss this topic. That topic, we will not talk there about Muslims or Islam. This is a different thing, totally different. That channel have nothing to do with this. It's like let us say that channel is our coffee shop as a Christians, and those who like to have a good time with no fighting with anyone or arguing, to have a comfort. It's a comfort zone. All right, it's a coffee table with good knowledge. So if you like to join us, this is the link again. Subscribe and share it in your channel in Facebook, so we can be together tomorrow together. So with this, I want to say thank you. As you see, I keep calling Muslims who want to come over, who want to call us. And as you say, after we go off, the Muslims, they go and make a video or they challenge Christian Prince. But Christian Prince, when he's live, all they hide, they are not exist. Someone saying Islam is growing. Well, this is your opinion. I see Islam is dead, and the proof that all Muslims don't want Islam. You see, when you say Islam is growing, I don't know what I'm talking about. What? Not sure. Not a single Muslim country want Islam, and the proof, nobody practicing Islam in the Islamic countries. Christianity is not a state and a law to practice over a state. Islam, it is a state, which means if you don't have a state, you don't have Islam. As simple as that. So when you say Islam is growing, you are talking about falsehood claim, because Islam is a state. Without a state, there is no Islam. It's just an idea. And as long Muslims are refusing to have a state, it means Muslims are refusing Islam. As simple as that. And when ISIS decide to make a state, Muslims themselves reject the state of Islam. Aren't you getting it? Aren't you? That means Islam rejected by Muslims. Otherwise, why Muslims don't want to have an Islamic state? As simple as that. While we as a Christians, China is coming to Christ by tons of millions. Right now we have more than 40 million Christians in Indonesia, the biggest Islamic country in the world, and the number is growing so fast, so good. So what are you talking about, my friend? I went to China and I could not believe it. ISIS, Syrian civil war, what does that mean? Stupid talk. I mean, just go. I mean, ISIS, Syrian civil war, what does have to do? ISIS is an Islamic state, exists in the time of Muhammad. Stupidity. ISIS is not, this is a summary of Islamic State. The founder of Islamic State is Muhammad. After that, the Islamic State go through stages, trying to have Islamic State, and always they fail. And the last Islamic State, it was the Ottoman. Hello? But the Ottoman themselves did not practice Islam. The only thing they practice of Islam is a theft, stealing land, kidnapping women, but they did not really practice anything about Islam. So don't tell me civil war, Syria. This is the dream of the real Muslims. The real Muslims, they dream to have a caliphate. That is the truth, and they are not able to establish it because Muslims opposing the true Muslims. So let us say it, make it clear. There's two kinds of Muslims. Muslims by name, and those are the majority, maybe 95%. And there's maybe 5 or 3% are true Muslims. But how can the 3% Muslims overcome the 95 or 97% Muslims? That is impossible. Otherwise, you should find a caliphate in Algeria, in Egypt. You know, when the Muslim Brotherhood, they took over the government, in less than 9 months, the Muslims themselves in Egypt kicked them out. Why? Because Islam was an idea not to practice in the beginning. And then when the Muslim Brotherhood came, the Muslims themselves, they noticed that this is hell. That is stupid to have Islamists in the government. They kicked them out. And this is the case for all other places. And you have an example of false Islam in Turkey. Erdogan, he say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and he recite Quran in every festival. But he practiced nothing of Islam in Turkey. The night clubs are opening. The minister of fatwa and Sharia in Turkey, he said, or religion in Turkey, he said, the one who is paying for our salaries is the night clubs and the bars. If we close them, we go bankrupt. Go and see the article. This is Turkey, who is ruled by Islamic party, but this Islamic party don't want to practice Islam. So what Islamic is about it? You know what I mean, guys? What is Islamic about the Islamic party of Erdogan if he is not practicing Islam? What is the Islam? What Islam is we're talking about? Go to Istanbul, go to Ankara, go and see. Women walking in the street with no clothes. Go right now and search for live camera in the beach in Turkey and see what women are wearing. Go and search for a guy. He's a Muslim Dawa person. His name Adnan Oktar, and his bikini team, bikini Dawa. So where is the Muslims? Oh boy. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. May the Lord bless you. Remember tomorrow to join us in this link here. This is the topic for tomorrow. Tomorrow I will not be in the Arabian Prophet. I will be in the other one, which is called Quality of Life. As you see, this is the name. Let us zoom in. 27 M27. So subscribe there and be with us until I see you tomorrow. May the Lord bless you. Christ is Lord and Islam is false. See you soon. Bye-bye.